Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a hump day edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. And roof, you go Parish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Get yours with the code MATT15 for 15% off. Again, all our info is here scrolling at the bottom. Appreciate everybody for being here with us. How about y'all? Tigers win. Tigers win. LSU beats UCLA in the resumption of the game from Monday night, 9-5. And then Arkansas, no surprise at all, eliminates UCLA behind Zach Root, who came back after throwing just 38 pitches against LSU on Saturday. So Arkansas has begun their quest now to try to win 4 games in 4 days. They're 2 for 2. Now the real heavy lift comes having to beat LSU now twice in the next 2 days. So I not surprised by either result yesterday. LSU's much better team than UCLA, and they showed it. And for UCLA having to play the resumption of the game and then coming back using some of the same pitchers twice against a really good Arkansas team who was throwing their ace, just not surprised that it went the way that it did. So I know everyone's curious. The question now becomes, how does it look today? Well, today kind of becomes a bullpen day for both teams. And if we get to Thursday, then you'll see Cade Anderson against Gabe Gackle. Gackle, of course, was the reliever who threw, I guess he pitched in relief of Zach Root against LSU, who struck out 10 through 90 pitches. And we know who Cade Anderson is. So if we get to Thursday, that's what we'll see. You'll kind of see the heavyweights again. This is a bullpen day for both teams. And it's the disappointing part about the restart, because but for that, you'd have Case and Evans queued up ready to go today. Instead, you'll use some combination of Cowan, Newt, Rizzi, Primo, Ware, Schmidt. Wild cards here would be Shores and Ianson. And I think if you get into the right situation, because, for example, Case and Evans is burned. Let's say LSU's winning 3-2, and you're 5 outs away. I think you could go get Chase Shores to close it for you, right? What if you go to Chase Shores earlier in the game? If that same situation presents and you're leading 3-2, I think you could go get Anthony Ianson to close it for you. Just like we saw him do in the regionals. So I would love it if that transpired and you could finish it today and then have Thursday, Friday off. And then you could queue up Anderson on Saturday in game 1, Ianson Sunday in game 2. That'd be awesome. That would be ideal. But you gotta get going against their arms a little bit too. So if you're wondering about what Arkansas has remaining for this game, Landon Beidelshees is the guy who's likely going to start. I mean, the benefit to LSU today is that they threw Zach Root yesterday. And I get why they did it. I mean, you have to reframe how you think about baseball with this tournament, because it's a tournament. It's not like a weekend series where you do what you have to do to win a weekend, win 2 out of 3. For Dave Van Horn in Arkansas yesterday, if they lost to UCLA, their season is over. There's no more do-overs. So they had to win that game. Zach Rue was available. He was their best arm. They went with it. Same reason why Jay Johnson went with Casey Evans in the restart. You wanted to start 2-0. Your best arm was Casey Evans. You went with him. So it was the right decision. So now you go into today, and it's a little more up in the air for both teams. So if you're wondering, Landon Beidelshees, he's a transfer from Ohio State, 6'3", 230. He's a lefty. He's not going to overpower anybody. He's just kind of an arm. On the season, he's thrown 56 and 2/3 innings. He started 12 times of his 15 appearances. He's got an ERA of 4.92. So his ERA is just under 5, and his strikeout numbers aren't great. They're good. He's 61 strikeouts and 56 and 2/3 innings. But again, he's a lefty that's not going to overpower you. LSU did see him on the Sunday game in that weekend series. That was Mother's Day. And he only made it 2 innings. He allowed 3 runs on 4 hits, and 2 of them were homers. I need to pull up my notes, and I'll tell you who hit them. I'm almost positive Hernandez hit one of them. Oh, here it is, 5-11-25. Yeah, bottom second, LSU homered twice off of him. Was it Braswell? Who was in the 8 hole? Unless that was Dickinson who went down to 8. Hang on. Now I'm curious who hit those homers off of him. Oh, that's not the one I want. It's this one. Milam hit it. Milam was batting at the bottom of the order, huh? Weird. So they had Milam batting 8th in that game. So Hernandez was batting 6th, Milam was batting 8th, and they both homered in the second, and that chased Beidelshees. So they went Beidelshees for 2, Dylan Carter for 2, Christian Fouts for an inning and 2/3, Gibbler winning an inning and a third, Jimenez winning an inning and a third, and Parker Coyle went 2/3. So that game 3 against LSU then was a bullpen day for them, similar to what you might see today. Now, it is worth noting that both Jimenez and McIntyre threw yesterday, and I think they could both be available for something today because it's a win or go home scenario. But Jimenez threw 41 pitches, and with the rally UCLA put on Arkansas in the 9th, McIntyre ended up throwing 33 pitches in the 9th. Again, it's a win or go home scenario. So, if you can get even a batter out of one of these guys, you do. But obviously, Zach Root, Gabe Wood, those 2 guys would not be available. I know. I know everybody's going to ask about Gackle. Gackle threw 90 pitches against LSU on Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 days rest. He could certainly come back and give them something. Like if they have a lead and they want Gackle to close it, like I think he could be available to do that. If you do that, does that limit his availability for Thursday? Maybe. But again, you're not considering that. If you're Dave Van Horn, you're thinking about win this game to force Thursday, because your plan on Thursday doesn't matter if you don't win today. So you have to be in all chips to the middle to win today if you're Dave Van Horn. So it does change the approach a little bit, where Jay Johnson's just got to win one of two. You'd love to win today, but you just got to win one of two. Arkansas has to win this game today. So to make sure their season continues. So it's a little bit of a different approach and different levels of desperation. So Vital Shoes, I'm anticipating will start for Arkansas. That being the case, I would anticipate Josh Pearson in left. We'll see if Jay goes back to the funky lineup with Pearson leading off and so on. Y'all know where I stand on it. It's what they're going to do. I, for the life of me, cannot get down with putting Jake Brown on the bench. But I mean, it's a 3-for-5 day yesterday, and one of his outs was a strikeout when you had him bunt. I mean, or whatever. But I'm sure they'll play the percentages and the splits, and that's how it'll go today until they go to the bullpen for a righty, and at which point Brown would probably go back in. So, okay, let's say some good morning, see what y'all got. Please smash the like button. As always, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. We appreciate y'all. Hey, Brad, good morning. Connor, Arkansas 1.5 tonight. They're probably co-favorites. They're probably thinking that Arkansas's got a little bit of an advantage on the mound. Let me see. Arkansas minus 130, LSU plus 100 on the money line. Yeah, Connor, I don't know that there's value on the run line. But we'll see how it goes. I don't think there's much value in this game either way. But to bet this game either way, just showing that Arkansas is the favorite in this game. Probably because if LSU had the day off yesterday and could throw Evans today, I think LSU would be favored today. That's the big disadvantage of having the weather delay. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Cliff, good morning. Christian, what up, my dude? Roy, Tyga Poppy, Taylor. So just went through that. Arkansas has a lot. They've, really, I think there's only two guys, Wood and Root, who would not be available today. Everyone else, I think, would be available to give them something. So keep in mind, something doesn't mean that they're going to extend. If they get into a desperate spot and have to go to Gabe Gackle, they could do that. On 3 days rest, we see it in Major League Baseball. Guys on 3 days rest come back sometimes in the postseason. It doesn't mean you're going to extend or give you a bunch, but could you give them something? Yes. So, all these guys would be available. It's an all hands on deck type thing for Arkansas. That's not coach speak. That's anybody except, I think, Wood and Root would be available in this game. Clark, who's pitching today? Yep, running through that. Landon, morning from Shintech. I don't know who's in charge of the camera angles for the CWS games. They're awful. I don't care what view it's from the front row. I want to see the pitches. I don't think I've had a problem with any of the camera angles. You mean like sometimes when they show like the ump cam, when they have like the camera on the ump's head, sometimes they'll show you that. But hey, Brent, good morning. Let's party with Jello shots in Boucherie tonight in Omaha. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Randall, morning, Matt. Arkansas still has Jimenez, Vital Cheese, or however you spell his name. It's German. Jimenez threw 40 pitches yesterday, but like I said, I think he'll throw something. Gibbler could come back after only throwing a few pitches against LSU. Hasn't thrown the last two games. Fouch could come back. Certainly, he's the freshman who throws 100 who pitched the ninth against LSU on Saturday. They got arms. They've got plenty of guys that can throw. They may not have a lot of guys that can extend, but they have plenty of talented arms that could throw today. Jesse, good morning. What kind of impact, if any, can Cam Akers have in the Saints running game this season? I don't know, man. I think Cam Akers is going to struggle to make the team. You got AK. mean, you've still got Kendra Miller hanging around. And then they really like the rookie from Kansas. And so then you've got Clyde and Akers, and it's kind of a matter of, can one of those guys make the team? So we'll see. I don't think they even know it's certainty that he's going to make the team. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Kelly, good morning. Roy, I watch you all the time. Retired fireman, New Orleans area, Jefferson Parish, District 7. There you go, Roy. Appreciate it, man. Roy, I'm not sure if you know. Do you know Jerry DeLucky? Jerry's on here. He's a retired fire captain as well. I wonder if you guys ever cross paths. Reed Rule, good morning. If Cowan hadn't completely crumbled as of late, this would have been a tailor-made spot for him to shine. Yeah, that's one of the real disappointing things, Reed, for sure. Because Cowan had been your best arm out of the bullpen. I mean, he had like a sub-2 ERA, and then his last 5 outings have just not been good. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I mean, up until like if you go back, starting with the A&M series, 4 of his last 5 outings have not been good. Before that, he had allowed a total of 8 runs through the Tennessee series. So he had allowed 8 runs in 16 appearances. After the Tennessee series, he has allowed 11 runs in 5 appearances. So 8 and 16, 8 runs in his first 16 appearances, 11 runs in his last 5 appearances. I mean, it's falling off the table. He's got 12 walks on the season, but 5 of them have come in the last 3 appearances, 2, 1, and 2. 2 against Arkansas, 1 at South Carolina, 2 against Little Rock. Hopefully he's ready to go. Hopefully he can dip into what made him so good early in the season, because they could sure use that from a guy like Cowan tonight. You give Cowan the ball and he can go get you through the lineup twice. My goodness, what a huge boost that would be. All right, hang on.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
All right, y'all. Remember, as always, if you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. You need a roof, call us at Parish. All the subspecialties, they've got them. Local locations all over Greater Baton Rouge, including Tangipahoa. brortho.com, brortho.com. And if you need a roof, we'd love to help you out. Roof repairs, roof replacements, commercial, residential, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Also, remember, Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Use the code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15 for 15% off. Not only can you get the cigars, but you can also get this hat, which people really seem to like a lot. I was wearing that in Boston for the Yankees game, and people are like, where you get that hat? Bocock Brothers. Okay. Hey, David, good morning. Was hoping for a UCLA matchup. Still feel confident LSU has deeper pitching to win. So Look, LSU's got plenty of arms today. You've got Cowan, Newt, Rizzi. You could go Shores. You bring Cooper Williams back. Primo. We still haven't seen Jacob Myers yet. You've got plenty of arms. Like, that's not the question. What you don't have is the one guy you're confident handing the ball to saying, go get me 12 outs. You know what I mean? Newt is capable. Cowan is capable. But it would feel like what we saw from Ackenhausen back in 23, where when you were facing elimination against Tennessee, he took the ball and gave you six scoreless. You don't need that because you're not facing elimination, and you don't need any of those guys to give you six. It would be great if they did. Like if Cowan took the ball tonight and gave you six, I mean, you're winning this game going away. But his long outing of the season is 4 2/3 at Auburn. No runs on 4 hits. Love to see some of that today. Love to see that today. Jesse Post, good morning. Gunnar Michaels, let's get it done tonight so I don't have to sweat tomorrow. Caleb, can I get a woo pig? No. And Caleb, honestly, with respect, I think Arkansas is a really good team. The woo pig thing is the stupidest chant in all of sports. It's literally a pig. Swine playing in the mud. Like calling pigs and doing spirit fingers. It really, like, that's as cringe as all the A&M stuff. Again, much respect to Dave Van Horn and Arkansas's baseball program. I think it's great. But woo pig and the spirit fingers is probably the most cringe thing in sports. And it's saying something because it's right up there with the milkmen and all the weird hand signals from A&M and all that. It's right there. It's awkward and cringe. Hey, Glenn, good morning. Tigers need to keep bringing the bats and play great defense. Couldn't agree more. Hey, Gregory, good morning. Lowell. Duty calls. All right, Clark, there you go. Hey, Brandon, good morning. Taylor, could it be a bullpen day for Ianson? Absolutely. I don't think that they would be flippant at all with using Ianson. I think it would be one of those things where, for example, let's say you go from Zach Cowan and Jaden Newt to Chase Shores and Jacob Myers. Like, you use those guys in whatever capacity, and you're 4 outs away, and you're leading. You could go to Ianson to close it for you. Like, I could see them doing that. Hey, Quentin, good morning. Corey, Alicia, Delcambry or Delcam? Assuming going to be Cowan and Newt, I think it's a safe bet. You'll see both of those guys. Just a matter of who goes first. Hey, Robbie, good morning. Read the Saints could trade for Russell Wilson. Do you know about that? I think Jackson Dart will be the starting quarterback for the Giants. Robbie, I think there's been rumors about trading for Russ. There's also been rumors about trading for Jameis. It's a matter of the Giants, I doubt, are going to carry all 3 of those guys. So it's a matter of who do they want to stick with, and are they willing to part with a veteran? And if they are, what would they want for him? I think that's a big part of the equation. Hey, Alex, what's the negative about the game today? What the negatives about the game that LSU was going to be having against Arkansas today? Well, that's a lot of prepositions. So you're saying, like, what are the negatives for LSU today? Not having Case and Evans starting. I mean, that's basically a product of the weather delay. I think Arkansas, because of the no-hitter from Wood a couple of days ago, and facing elimination, would have basically everybody except Wood and Root available in some capacity today. I think the previous comment was right. I think this is a day where it's a bullpen day. It was, who said it? There's Glenn. Glenn said it. I think when you're talking about a bullpen day like this, think of this like as a Sunday in the SEC. What typically defines Sundays in the SEC? Offense. Because a lot of times pitching staffs you're down the line a little bit, so you tend to see more offense on those days. So you got to be ready to hit. And I think if this is a day where LSU wins a game 7-5, that would be fantastic. Hey, Thomas, no worries today. Hogs going home late tonight. Go Tigers. Beat the Hogs, number 8. Let's go. Roy, tell Drew good morning for me. He's a great kid. I will, Roy. Thank you, man. Just woke Drew up. Getting him over to St. Lillian here in a little bit. Hey, Tiger Diver, good morning. Confidence level today if we go Cowan or Newt. I think you're going to see Cowan and Newt, most likely. I think this is a bullpen day, whichever one of those guys starts. And I don't know. I'm sure they're going to look at the splits. Let's see, for whatever it's worth, Cowan pitched against Arkansas. Well, this is probably your answer. So Cowan did pitch against Arkansas in the 5-4 win, and he went 3 innings, no runs on 2 hits, struck out 3. He did walk 2. But of his last 5 outings, remember, his last 5 outings, I said he's had 1 good outing in his last 5. Well, the 1 good one was Arkansas. So that might be your answer there, that Cowan would get the ball. But then again, that was in relief. So maybe Newt starts, get you, maybe get you 6 outs, 9 outs. If you can get you through the lineup once, it'd be great. And then you go to Cowan and you just hand it off to the next guy. So you're not burning anybody potentially for Thursday, but you're trying to get through this one as effectively as you can. Hey, Ben. Alex, would you say Arkansas might try to hit grounders the whole time? That's not really their game. No. Hopefully the bats stay hot. Hey, Clint. Good morning. Is it me, or does it seem like the ESPN crew calling the games really want Arkansas to win it all? I think that's you, Clint. I think that's definitely you. I don't think Carl Ravitch and Eduardo Perez have a single bone in their body that cares at all about who wins. And Kyle Peterson is as good as there is calling college baseball. So I think that's completely you, because I think that's what fans do. Fans always assume that the announcers hate their team. And that's every fan base ever when they say anything positive about another team. Never mind the fact that Arkansas and LSU weren't playing yesterday, and Arkansas was really good against UCLA last night. So, Clint, I think that's completely you. It's not only you, it's a lot of fans, but that's a fan mentality that the announcer hates my team. I hear it in every sport from LSU fans forever. Gary Danielson loves Alabama and hates LSU. Or maybe Gary Danielson called a buttload of Alabama games over the years because Nick Saban's teams were always playing at 2:30 on CBS, and they were always really good. Maybe objectively you're looking, oh man, there's a whole bunch of pros and a great coach and they win a lot. They're pretty good. Yeah, they are. Hey, Dale, too soon to buy flights, so I'm off for the weekend. Up to you, Dale. What I'll tell you is if you wait, you might strike out. Hey, Tim, good morning. Seth, good morning. How you feeling about tonight? You think Einstein would come in if needed? Address that. I do think Einstein could pitch, but I only think he comes in if you've got a late lead. Hey, Cindy. Trey, good morning. I'd put Aloy on with runners in scoring position. He was good last night for sure. LSU 12-10. I'd take it 12-10, 1-0, 86-14. I don't care. Wacky Chris, God willing, the creek don't rise. Looking like LSU Coastal on a collision course. I'm here for it. Cliff, did William Schmidt redshirt? No, he pitched this year. It's not like football where you pitch a minimum amount of games. If you play, you burn a red shirt. So no, so William Schmidt didn't redshirt, and he's not going to anyway. I mean, that's a guy you've got him for 3 years, then he's going to pro ball. So, and he will be drafted highly. And it's a similar conversation with Cade Anderson. Like Cade Anderson last year, as funny as it is to say now, Cade Anderson last year had an ERA in conference play of 27. He could not get SEC hitters out. Now he might be the first pick in the draft. Hey, Tom, good morning. Sean, Arkansas has to win. They have to throw the kitchen sink today. Hope the bats come alive. The bullpen day can keep them at bay. Here's hoping, man. Chance, this is the part of the CWS where someone unexpected becomes a legend. Jeremy, already getting my future football tickets. Jason, Roy, good morning, y'all. Good morning from Roy to Ray. Dustin, good morning. Great day to be a Tiger. Tiger Poppy, good day to smoke pig barbecue. Let's go. Charles, hot as heck in Atlanta. Why? I feel like I'm back home. Hey, Vance, good morning. Noah, starting Ianson on a limited pitch count. I don't know that you'd start Ianson in this ball game. And again, you're not thinking about Sunday. That consideration is not in Jay Johnson's mind today. You cannot. He even said it yesterday. You can't in this tournament think too far ahead. That's how you get yourself in trouble. You win the game that's present. So you don't think, I don't want to throw Ianson today because I might need him on Sunday. Like, you're not guaranteed Sunday. So you have to get there. So you approach this game today. And I know that sounds like coach speaking cliche, but it's not. I mean, that's why Dave Van Horn threw Zach Root yesterday. Don't you think David Van Horn would have preferred to save Zach Root to throw against LSU? Like, sure he would have. But you got to get to LSU. You got to beat UCLA. And they're a capable team. They're in the College World Series. So he threw Zach Root yesterday. Chip, good morning. Abner, good morning. Club, good morning from me and my oldest daughter, Kira. Well, good morning, Kira. Good to see you here as well. Thanks for hanging out. Someone from Sulphur told me Gavin Guidry will hit the portal. Okay. Someone from Sulphur told me he wouldn't. I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? Henry Hayes, what's good? What's worse? Arkansas onesie guy or Kaylee? Trying to get me in trouble, man. Rick, you should never bunt with 2 strikes. The only time you may bunt is to move runner to third with no outs in the 9th. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, sure. Why would Gackle be more available than Root? He threw more innings. But he's on 3 days rest. That's the difference. Gabe Gackle hasn't pitched since Saturday. So he pitched Saturday when he threw 90 pitches. He's now at 3 days rest. He would be available. Root threw 87 pitches yesterday. So that's the difference. Spurge, good morning. I got to get going. Louisiana Bass 5 when blowing out 10 to 12 is scary for both. That'd be great. I'd love to see a more offensive day. I mean, on a LSU's capable, and on a bullpen day, you expect to see scoring. So I'm here for it. Let's see the ball fly. Hey, Susan, good morning. Go Tigers. Randall, big problem I have is they did away with the strike zone on the screen so we can see if pitchers are strikes or not. Well, it's also college baseball. It's important to remember. It is just objectively going to be a different strike zone. These are college pitchers. They're not big leaguers. So I hear you, but umpires do expand the college strike zone. It's just a thing they do. Okay. I got to get going. I got to go. Steven, wonder who's going to be the Nate Ackland this year's Omaha. Today's the day for that guy to step up. Completely agree, man. I'd love to see it be Newt or Cowan. But this is the day. Let's see. Because if you get to tomorrow, it's very likely it's 100% Cade Anderson tomorrow if you get there. But probably Cade Anderson against Gabe Gackle. That's probably what you see tomorrow if it gets there. All right, let's get out of here. I got to go. Y'all have an awesome day. Locked on LSU is live. AFR at 3. AFR is actually in New Orleans today at Fletcher and Travers Mackle's golf tournament. So happy to help those guys out, promote their event and their foundation. So I'll be down in NOLA for AFR today, but look forward to seeing y'all. So catch Locked on LSU right now and then AFR at 3. We'll see you.